case you don't know who we are, we have none other than the most horizon country music star that's going to be a history in his own right. The one and only Marty Haggard. Marty, how you doing there, guy?
Fine, Leo. How are you?
Fine. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Boy, I tell you, you are really coming up with all these fine songs you're writing, super records.
Well, thank you.
It's good to see that MTM is really getting behind you there.
Yeah, MTM's a good label. They're pretty new in the business, much like myself, and usually new people work harder, you know, and that's what MTM's doing. They're working harder than anybody else on the block, so they're making a real good name for themselves.
Well, they're doing a good job on you, too.
Well, yeah, they are.
And you're doing a super job for them.
Thank you.
Wasn't not too long ago, I seen you out at Knoxbury Farm.
Right.
With the Academy of Country Music Award show, where you was nominated as a most promising new entertainer there.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise, but it was a real honor. At that stage, I didn't really expect it, you know. To be in the last 10, I was surprised, and then to make the last 5, I just couldn't believe that. But it was a real honor, and I hope I repeat.
Well, I'm sure you will, and you're really doing excellent. We're going to come right back. We're going to take a little break and be right back. Marty, I understand from what I hear, rumors. You know how rumors are in this business. Mm-hmm. There's a new MTM recording artist named Becky Hobbs.
Yeah, she's not so new, but Becky is the newest member of the group, and she's having big success with that Jones on the Jukebox song. And Becky's a nice person. I've known her for about 10 years, but she's not so new.
Well, from what I hear from the newness, that might be a chance that you guys might be doing a duet together. You want to know anything about that?
Who said that to you?
Well, you know how the word leaks out.
I wouldn't mind doing that at all.
Yeah.
She's a good country singer, and I'm a country singer. And the two of us together, maybe it'll work. Heck, I wouldn't mind trying.
Well, that's what I hear, and I hope you guys get to do it.
That'd be neat, yeah.
All right. In my closing, I have one more closing little question that I'd love to ask you.
Okay.
That little Tuffy, that little dog is on your guitar.
Mm-hmm.
You were proud of that dog, wasn't you?
Yeah, well, you know, that dog's actually my dad's. It's his little toy fox terrier, and the dog died about a month ago. And but my dad had some guitars made up with Tuffy's head on there in a pearl.
Uh-huh.
And so the inlay of the dog's head. And so, yeah, we were real fond of that dog.
Well, we're proud to have you out here in California, and you're out at Jack Locke's California Country Club tonight, right?
That's right, and we're having a good time.
Good. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you,
We hope to see you in the future.
Okay.
All right, folks. This is Leo Jaffe Jr. saying thank you for tuning in. Till then, see you later. But our very special guest, a man, when you talk about the history of country music, this fine gentleman is a legend. We'd like to welcome none other than Mr. Hank Thompson.
Thank you, Leo. Glad to be here with you.
All right.
Pleasure to be in Ontario and have a lot of country music fans to come see us.
You sure do have a lot of them, I tell you.
Well, great.
Listen, Hank, going back, we talk about history. You have made history from the wild side of life all the way to, hey, Mr. Bartender.
Well, it spans a lot of years in the recording business. I started with one old song I wrote in the Navy, Whoa Sailor, back in 1946, and I've been putting out records and doing songs right up till today.
Well, I was born that year, and I've been a fan of yours ever since I was born that year.
Well,
it is great to see that you're coming back with a fine producer by the name of Mr. Ray Pennington with Step One Records.
yeah, Ray is a very knowledgeable person, and he knows how to put a phonograph record together. That's for sure.
He sure does. He has you now, along with what, Ray Price? And
Yeah, and I think Farron Young has just come with the label, and Curtis Potter and the Kendalls, Daryl McCall. They've got a good roster.
All right. We're going to take a little pause, and we'll be right back in one moment with one more fine question to Mr. Hank Thompson. We're back. Hank, now that you've grown up to be a fine big country singer here, starting in a new era, are you going to bring back your traditional country swing, or are you going to try to modernize just a little bit to what is happening now in country music?
Well, I think what's happening now in country music is the same thing that I was doing when I started out in country music. When you're hearing the popularity of people like George Strait, who does the Western swing just like I do, like Bob Wills before that, and you know, he's done a lot of the old Bob Wills things on his records, and of course you got Randy Travis, who you know, plays does really the real old down home country songs, just like Hank Williams and George Jones, and of course Dwight Yoakam's got the Lefty for Sale hit, and Reba McEntire, country singer. So I'd say that it's already back to that. It doesn't have to go back around. It's already come back around to it.
That's my whole point that I was really trying to get to. It's good to see that Hank Thompson is back here again. We'd like to thank you very much for letting us have this interview with you, to all our fans out there in TV land, and have a lot of great success for the rest of your life and your career here, Hank.
Thank you very much, and I really appreciate the country music fans.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, that was Hank Thompson, and this is Leo J. Eiffert Jr. saying goodbye, and we'll see you next week.